Hey guys, it's Devin, and today I'm going to be doing the Fandom Tag. So the Fandom Tag is just basically questions about your favorite fandoms and fandoms that you are a part of, and it lets you just let out your inner fangirl, and I'm super excited for it, so let's get into it. Question 1 is, what fandoms are you a part of? And I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but I'm gonna list them off for you. I am a part of the Harry Potter fandom, the Doctor Who fandom, Team Starkid fandom, Disney fandom, Pirates of the Caribbean fandom, Marvel fandom, Harley Quinn fandom, the Tin Can Brothers fandom, the Hunger Games fandom, the Vampire Diaries fandom, the Supernatural fandom, the Mortal Instruments fandom, the Shipwrecked Comedy fandom, the Originals fandom, the Hamilton fandom, the Big Bang Theory fandom. I'm a part of a lot of fandoms if you could not tell. Question 2 is, who is your current OTP? And right now I have 3. The first one being Delena from the Vampire Diaries. I ship Delena so much more than I ship Stelena, and I'm pretty sure the last time I talked about this I shipped them both, but now that I've actually had time to sit down and think about it, Delena over Stelena any day. They are perfect for each other, and I think it's time for Damon to actually get the girl, because Stefan's been getting the girl for like 100 years. Next is Hey Elijah from the Originals, and I have shipped this ship since episode 1 of the Originals, my friends, which was the first time I was introduced to these characters, and I remember actually sitting there watching episode 1 and saying to my mom, are they gonna get together? Little did I know the roller coaster that would become Hey Elijah. Finally is a ship I have shipped since high school, and that is Dramini. And before you unsubscribe, I know a lot of people really dislike Dramini, but I don't know what it is. I really like Dramini. I think it's because I'm not the biggest fan of Romini, because I don't like Ron as a character. I think he's kind of whiny and bossy and kind of a masochist almost. And I mean, Harry and Hermione would be great, but they're better off as best friends, and I like their dynamic better as best friends versus as a couple. So Dramini, and I've actually talked about this extensively with my friends, why I ship Dramini so much. Question 3, who is your current bro TP? And I have 2 for this. The first one being Dean and Sam Winchester from Supernatural. I am obsessed with Supernatural right now, but they are great together. I think they bring out the best in each other, and they would do anything to save each other, and they're family, so they have that bond, and it's absolutely adorable and crushing. The second one is kind of an obscure one and maybe a weird one, but I really like Ernest Hemingway and Edgar Allan Poe from Edgar Allan Poe's Murder Mystery Invite Only Casual Dinner Party / Gala for Friends Potluck, or Poe Party for short. I think they're hilarious together. And I know that they make each other angry, but that's the beauty of it, and that's why I like them so much together, because they have that conflict, but they never necessarily killed one another. Question 4 is, what was your first fandom? And I've talked about this extensively before, and it is Twilight. Twilight was the first actual fandom I was ever in. I became obsessed with Twilight in like the 8th or 7th grade. And I went and saw all the movies. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Twilight is the reason that I'm a reader today, and Twilight is the reason I am a fangirl today. Question 5, do you prefer real life or animated TV shows? Real life TV shows, purely because Supernatural, The Originals, and The Vampire Diaries are too good for me to pick animated TV shows. Question 6, name a fandom that you did not really care / know about until you saw it all over Tumblr. And for this, it's Supernatural, because I heard of Supernatural, I just didn't really care about it until I saw the funny stuff going on the Tumblr side of things. I fully credit Tumblr with finally getting me to take the plunge and watch Supernatural, and thank you, Tumblr. I can never thank you enough. Question 7, thoughts on your current fandom. And the current fandom I am in, if you were not listening, was Supernatural. And I mean, what can you say? This question is kind of ridiculous to me, because what do you mean thoughts on your current fandom? Like, obviously I'm gonna like it, otherwise I wouldn't be in it. But currently it's heartbreaking, it's funny, and it's dark and mysterious. Question 8, who is a person that got you into a fandom, and what fandom did they pull you into? So I think this was kind of unintentional for her to get me into the whole fandom thing, but my mom got me into the originals fandom because I had absolutely zero knowledge about this show. I had zero interest in this show until my mom finally convinced me to watch it. My mom is not a fangirl. She doesn't really fangirl over anything. She's not really in any fandom, but she really liked the show and she wanted me to watch it, so I think she unintentionally thrust me into that fandom by showing it to me, and I was like, I need to know everything about this show. Question 9. Choose a song at random and what does it remind you of? Oh, that was the song Granger Danger from the Space Tour album by Team StarKid. And obviously that's going to remind me of the StarKid fandom. Still in the StarKid fandom, and I still love the StarKid fandom. And yeah, that's what fandom it reminds me of, although that's kind of cheating because it's directly from a fandom, but what are you gonna do? Question number 10. What are your favorite characters from 5 different fandoms? Doctor Who fandom, my favorite character is Captain Jack Harkness. From the Originals fandom, my favorite character is Klaus Mikaelson. From the Vampire Diaries fandom, other than Klaus Mikaelson, my favorite character is Damon Salvatore. Harry Potter fandom, my favorite character is Hermione. From the Friends fandom, my favorite character is Joey Tribbiani. Does Friends even have a fandom? I don't really care, I'm a part of it. That is all the questions for the fandom tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all of my social media, especially Instagram, because I update my story there daily. I use it more than I actually use Snapchat. Just be on the lookout for my next video. That is all for me and my shelfie.